Chapter 2. Possession is the root of all evil. Do you know what it means to possess something? Yes, it means that something belongs to you. And what does it mean to possess someone? Wow, I think that sounds like how a person would own another person, like slavery, or if someone is held in captivity. Correct. Tell me, if I am holding an apple in my hand and I think I own it, is that evil? No. But what if you were starving and asked me to give you the apple, but I refused because I thought of the apple as my possession? That would be horrible, selfish. I don't know why you would do that. Tell me, would I likely refuse you the apple if I did not consider it my possession? No, I think you would give it to me out of kindness and compassion. Correct, I would. Now, what if I considered a person to be my property, my possession? I think that would be sad and cruel. No one should own another person. Do you think it is easier to do evil and do harm to a person or animal if they are considered owned or property? Yes, I think it would be easier. You're talking about slavery, right? Well, slavery meets this description, but this lesson is not about slavery specifically. It is about possession in all of its forms, and how possession and ownership, even in one's mind, of another person or of an animal, can be the source of most of the evil and harm and violence in this world. Can you give me some examples? Sure. When a parent is overly controlling of their child, when children are taught that they belong to their parents, no one belongs to anyone or anything, we get the privilege to be with someone and the responsibility to care for them. It should never be about ownership or control. If a culture, a community, a sibling, or any family member tries to control you as if they have an ownership in you, then you are being treated as an object. And, as an object, your feelings, your bodily autonomy and integrity, your free will, your freedom of movement, and even your self-determination are, in their mind, up to them to control. Is this all intentional? Why would otherwise loving people do this? It is very often not even consciously done. It is a result of cultural conditioning that teaches that it's okay to control others, either for the good of the community, the family's pride, the teachings of a religion, or some other cultural excuse. Seems very intentional to me. Well, some cultures and religions teach that certain people can be owned or controlled, even though they would never use those words. This is so sad. Yes, the major reason violence and control and cruelty happens is because people feel ownership of others, or at least a responsibility in their minds to control them. This lesson gets me very upset. No one has the right to control or own or possess anyone else. Every living thing on this planet has their right to be treated with compassion, to have dignity, autonomy, and self-determination. I understand possession can lead to harm, to violence. Yes, from possessing an apple, to possessing your child, to possessing an animal. And this happens so much more often than people think. Husbands who wrongly think they are in charge of their wife and family because their culture or a stupid religious book tells them. For another example, when parents who are brainwashed by their religion or culture disown and kick out their child when they learn he or she is gay or they don't believe in God. Even the words used match what I am talking about, the word disowned. They are disowning their child because they previously felt they had ownership. This sense of ownership and possession is powerful. Yes, it is. Think about it. Because their religion tells them that their child is unacceptable to their version of God, the parents will take their child, who they love, who they raised since birth, who are a huge part of their life and reality, and simply disown them. This is one of the countless dangers of possession. People, when brainwashed into pleasing God, will do any amount of harm to people, even loved ones, if they think God will be pleased or approve. It's sick and disgusting. People should be disowning their religion, not their children. The religions are all fake anyway, with laws written by men, not any God. Laws that are homophobic and misogynistic, laws that promote the implicit and explicit ownership of people and animals. And because of this feeling of ownership, cruelty and harm are done easily. Your spouse is not your possession. Your child is not your possession. Your enemy is not your possession. Animals are not your possession. You are privileged to take care of and to treat humanely all living things on this planet.